singing of the national anthem, performed by TMHS senior Molly Steinhoff.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let me know when I'm
Thank you,
good.
Molly.
Good afternoon and welcome to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts, the venue today for some Merrimack Valley Conference football featuring the Billerica Indians and the Tewksbury Redmen. Thank you for joining us Friday Night Lights on Tewksbury TV. My name is Andrew Del Piana. It's a big one in the Merrimack Valley Conference as the 4-0 Billerica Indians take on the 3-1 Tewksbury Redmen. For the Billerica Indians, they're led by 8th-year head coach Wayne Sigsbury with a career record of 77-32. Like I said, they are 4-0 this season, fresh off a 47-0 win against the Drake Middies.
Aaron Conway.
It's the 84th all-time meeting between the Indians and the Redmen. Billerica leading the all-time series 45-38. That's for the Tewksbury Redmen under 25th-year head coach Brian Elward with a career record of 168-101. They are 3-1 this season off a thrilling victory against North Andover, a 37-29 victory in triple overtime last Friday night.
Billerica has chosen to defer. Tewksbury will receive to open the game.
And so the Billerica Indians winning the opening coin toss. The Redmen offense will get the ball first. And both teams amped up. Should be a great one tonight at Doucette Stadium. The 4-0 Billerica Indians at the 3-1 Tewksbury Redmen. As I mentioned earlier, the Tewksbury Redmen coming off an incredible win at North Andover last Friday night. An incredible ball game, 37-29 victory in triple overtime. A back-and-forth game between the Scarlet Knights and the Redmen that ended up in a victory for the Redmen to move them to 3-1. This Billerica team, they got a fiery offense. They've scored 140 points in their first 4 games. That's averaging 35 a game so far for the visitors today. Trying to improve to a perfect 5-0 record this season, but they're facing a tough team tonight, the Tewksbury Redmen, currently on a 3-game win streak after dropping the opener against the Danvers Falcons. This team has looked red hot. The offense has looked incredible. The defense has looked even better. And what a ball game this should be tonight under the lights, Friday Night Lights, that is, at Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Again, thank you for tuning in on Tewksbury TV. My name is Andrew Del Piano. The Indians and the Redmen, the Battle of the Tribes, about to kick off here from Doucette Stadium. It'll be number 15, Sean Rana, the senior kicker for the Indians, teeing the ball up, getting the troops ready at the 35-yard line. A sellout crowd tonight at Doucette as the Indians and the Redmen go to battle. Rana, the swing of the right leg, and the game is on. Taken by Sean Hurdle right at the 10-yard line, past the 15, now past the 20, getting some good speed, spinning off a tackle past the 35-yard line. A great start for the Tewksbury Redmen. Sean Hurdle getting past the 35 and tackled down at the Redmond 39-yard line, and that's where the Redmond offense will go to work. This team is led by senior quarterback number 9, Danny Fleming, who had 5 touchdowns in the win last Friday night. He had 4 rushing, a passing touchdown. He ran for 89 yards in the victory over the Scarlet Knights. And this offense scoring 37 points last week, ready to go to work against a very tough Billerica defense that shut out Drake last Friday. 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. They'll start in the I formation. Fleming the handoff right up the middle. Number 3, Hunter Johnson, stuffed up right back at the line of scrimmage. It's number 7, Steven Lankowski, the senior defensive back for the Indians, in on the stop.
By Steven Lankowski. 2nd and 9.
They're going to mark him forward, progress up to the 40-yard line. A good start for the Billerica defense as Lankowski right in, getting to the backfield to the sophomore, number 3, Hunter Johnson. We'll note that number 24, Alex Arbogast, inactive for tonight, feeling flu-like symptoms throughout the week. Was under the weather throughout the week and is not able to play tonight for the Redmen. So they're going to have to rely on Hunter Johnson and Sean Hurdle in the backfield tonight behind Fleming's running ability. Cole Kemptis, along with 2 Redmen wide receivers, going to be at the top of your screen, the Redmen in the gun. Fleming gets a direct snap to him. He'll try to get to the left side and cut it back, and then eaten up at his feet by number 3, the senior captain, Dom Gerd.
Dominic Gerd on the tackle. 3rd down.
Flem just getting back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be a 3rd and 9 for the Redmen offense on the first drive of the game. The strength of this Billerica team is their linebackers. They're led by Gerd, number 19, Scott, and Arson, and number 26, Jacob Linton. And forcing the Redmen into an early 3rd down. 3rd and 9 from the Redmond 40. Fleming taking the snap, dropping back. Good time. He's going to throw it over to the sideline. The pass is incomplete. He was looking for number 5, that is Colby Flayhive. Good coverage on the far sideline by the Billerica cornerbacks. It'll be a 4th down for the Redmen. They'll send out the punting units. So the Indians forcing a 3 and out here on the road. And we'll see the punter, Michael Sullivan, standing just outside of the 25-yard line at the Redmond 26. The Indians have 2 return men just shy of their 25. A low snap. Sullivan with a good line drive boot. Take a few bounces, and it's caught right just outside the 25-yard line. The Redmen bringing up the stacks. It's number 71, Luke Shaw, number 76, James Carroll, tackling the return man. So the Indians force a 3 and out, and their offense will see the ball for the first time. They are led by the junior, number 12, J.T. Green. He's similar to Fleming. He's a scrambling quarterback with an above-average arm. He's had a number of rushing touchdowns this season. A very mobile quarterback that the Indians have relied on through their first 4 wins of the season. Direct snap to Green, trying to bounce it to the outside, and the Redmond defense right there to take him down at the 40-yard line. It was Aaron Conley, number 68, on the outside for the home team. .9:30 remaining in the first quarter. The Indians with their first possession of the game after forcing the Redmen to go 3 and out. 2nd and 10, ball spotted at the Indian 35. Green faking the handoff, tripping over one of his teammates for a gain of 5 yards. It'll be a 3rd and 5 for Billerica.
5 yards, 3rd and 5.
And one of the weaknesses of this Billerica's team was the depth on the offensive and defensive lines coming into this season. But it hasn't been a problem so far. 4 games, 4 victories for this Indians team. 3rd and 5. Green, same play as the last one. This time he's swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's number 77, Da Vinci Sidney, the all-conference defensive lineman. And just like the Redmen did, the Indians going to bring out their punting units. A great start for both of these defenses. The Redmen forced 5 turnovers against the Scarlet Knight offense last week. They had 3 interceptions and 2 fumble recoveries. Both defenses holding strong on the opening drive. Here's a strong boot off the right foot of Rana, who's going to get a nice Billerica bounce, tumbling out towards the Redmen sideline, and this ball is going to be marked out at the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
So not even 4 minutes into this first quarter, the Redmen offense getting back onto the turf, their second drive of the day. Both defenses doing a good job standing their ground on each other's first possessions, forcing 3 and outs. First and 10 for the Redmen from their own 20-yard line. Fleming, shotgun snap, direct snap, trying to get to the right side. And the Billerica defense there once again to eat him up after a short gain. He's going to get 3 yards up to the 23-yard line.
2nd and 7 from the 23.
So both of these teams, very ground-heavy attacks. The Redmen with over 90% of their offense this year coming on rushing yards. And Danny Fleming has only thrown for 175 passing yards this season, and the Redmen with over 900 yards coming on the ground. 2nd and 7 from the Redmen 23, 7:30 remaining in the first quarter. Whistle in before the snap. We're going to get a false start on the Redmen, pushing them back 5 yards.
False start penalty on the Redmen. Bring up 2nd and 12.
So they'll be taken back to the 18-yard line for 2nd and 12. Again, you got to think with the absence of Alex Arbogast, they're going to have to rely even more on Danny Fleming for another big ball game against a very tough team in Billerica. 2nd and 12 from the 18. Fleming all by his lonesome. Going to roll it to the right. Now he's going to let it go, and Michael Sullivan on the sidelines getting the feet down. Michael Sullivan with a good grab.
Thrown by Danny Fleming. Brings 3rd
And he's going to just be inches short of the first down marker. A much-needed gain on 2nd down to make it in convertible 3rd down. Michael Sullivan, he had 2 catches for 20 yards and a score against North Andover last Friday, and had quite the game on defense. Had 2 interceptions, including 1 in the first overtime, and then had the game-winning 2-point conversion in the 3rd overtime. Now a more manageable 3rd down for the Redmen offense. It's 3rd and 1. They just need a yard. The Indians stack the line. Fleming goes with the QB sneak, and he gets past the 30-yard line, and a first down for the Redmen. The Redmen doing a good job of erasing that penalty to get 13 yards on 2 plays and move the sticks. It's the first down of the day for either of these teams. Redmen up to the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 31. 6 minutes and change left in the opening quarter. Fleming in the eye. Handoff up the gut. Hunter Johnson spinning off a tackle and then brought down to the turf shy of the 35-yard line, a gain of 3 for the sophomore.
Hunter Johnson on the carry.
Hunter Johnson, who's had an impactful season so far for the Redmen, as I said, just a sophomore.
Keith Johnson, Michael Murnane on the tackle.
He's had 19 carries for 84 yards and a touchdown coming into tonight's ball game. His first high school touchdown came against Hopkinton in that dominant win for the Redmen a few Friday nights ago. If the Redmen want to keep the Billerica Indian defense on their toes, they're going to have to rely on the youngster Johnson with his quick wit and quick feet. 2nd and 7 for the Redmen from their own 35. Here's a reverse to Michael Sullivan. He's going to run it. Spinning off and then getting back to the line of scrimmage. Might have even gained a yard to the 36. The Redmen trying a little trickery there.
Sullivan on the carry.
Redmen just getting a yard on that last play. It'll be a 3rd and 6.
3rd down and 6.
First down marker is at their own 42-yard line. Fleming in the gun with 2 backs to his right. Fleming gonna roll out to the right, looking for a target, trying to escape the Billerica defense, and then stood up. Wasn't able to see who the Billerica player was that made the play.
Brings up 4th down and 5 yards.
It was a big hit as Fleming was looking downfield.
4th and 6.
But the secondary of the Indians doing their job, locking down on those receivers, and the linemen and linebackers not giving Fleming any time to get off a throw. And we'll see Michael Sullivan back on the field for his second punt. A high boot. That's going to take a Redmen bounce. Hunter Johnson making a great hit on the punt return.
Hunter Johnson on the tackle. Punt by Michael Sullivan.
As we just said, a quick player.
14-yard line.
He's going to get a few high fives from the Redmen sideline after a big hit on number 13, Sebastian St. Pierre, the junior for the Indians, who didn't mount anything on that punt return. Hunter Johnson quick to the ball after the ball took a few bounces towards the Billerica end zone. Both defenses holding strong here. 3:38 to go in the first quarter. We'll see JT Green in the Indian offense. Green in the gun with a running back to his left and right. It'll be Gerd on the handoff. Going out to the left side. Dom Gerd getting to the 20-yard line for a gain of 6 on first down. Dom Gerd, a very versatile back, running for 164 yards against Westford Academy on the 17th of September, and then for 133 yards against Wilmington a week later on the 24th. Gain of 5 on first down. They fake the handoff one side. Gerd trying to get up the middle, and then takes a hit at the linebacker spot. I believe it was Danny Fleming on the hit.
Tackle made by Danny Fleming. Good for Billerica first down.
But nevertheless, Gerd gets the Indian offense their first down. Clock under 3 minutes left in the first. Billerica led by 8th-year head coach Dwayne Sigsbury, a 77-32 all-time record with the team. 1st and 10 from their own 25. This time they'll hand it off to number 26, Jacob Linton, who gets 5 yards to the 30. Linton, one of the senior captains on this Billerica squad. Had a little bit of extra effort there at the end to get to the 31-yard line, a gain of 6 that is on first down. Green handing it off. The Redmen defense trying to find the ball carrier, and they do. It was Gerd getting on the halfback sweep. Danny Fleming right there in the middle at the middle linebacker to take down number 3. And the Redmen force the Indians into another 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
It's a 3rd and 3 from the 33. The Indians need to get to the 36 to keep the drive alive. Green handing it off. Linton trying to get up the middle. Da Vinci Sidney tackles him at the shoelaces. And number 77, Da Vinci Sidney, with a great start here in the first quarter.
4th down.
Already with 2 key tackles.
2.
And Billerica only mounting a yard on that last run. The offense staying on the field. It's 4th and 2. And this is a big decision deep in their own territory. It looks like Coach Shigsbury is going to keep JT Green and the offense on the field for 4th down. And before all that, the Indians want to talk it over, and they will take their first timeout. 41 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle between the Indians and the Redmen. More Redmen football. We'll be right back on Tewksbury TV. Hello and welcome back to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. 41 ticks left in the first quarter clock. The Billerica offense is staying on the field for 4th down following the timeout. Handoff up the middle, Gerd getting past the first down marker. A gutsy call there made by Coach Shigsbury, and the Indians convert. That could have been disastrous for Billerica if they failed on that one. They were deep in their own territory at the 34. But trusting the senior captain, Dom Gerd, to get the yardage they needed. And a fresh set of downs for the visitors. 1st and 10 from the 37. Green looking to throw, going one-on-one. And the overthrow was looking for a number 2, Jacob Medavere.
Incomplete.
Sullivan in coverage. First time we've seen the Indians air it out. As Medavere had some good separation on Sullivan, but just a little bit of an overthrow on the far sideline. The Indians looking over the play for 2nd and 10 from their own 37, 16 seconds left. Green dropping back to throw, lots of time in the pocket, trying to float it over the middle, and the pass incomplete. His intended target was number 19, Scott Enarson. Back-to-back incompletions for the Billerica offense. Number 5, Colby Flahive in coverage. He's had a solid opening 4 games as a sophomore for Brian Aylward's squad. So unlike the Indians to air it out on back-to-back plays, it'll be a 3rd and 10 from their own 37. Green in the shotgun with 2 receivers left. And Linton the motion man. Green gonna run it out to the right side, looking for a few blocks. Taken down, a great hit made by number 30, Sean Hurdle, to force a 4th down. And that was a lot of speed coming from Sean Hurdle from the middle linebacker. Followed Linton the whole way, and then taking down JT Green to end the first quarter. After 12 minutes of play, the score, the Billerica Indians 0 and the Tewksbury Redmen 0. We'll be right back for the second quarter on Tewksbury TV.
Tied 0-0.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. The second quarter beginning between the Billerica Indians and the Tewksbury Redmen. We're deadlocked at 0 apiece. The Redmen a good stop on third down to force a fourth down and a punt for the Indians. Rana taking his time, getting a good boot into it towards the sideline. And let's see where this is marked out.
Billerica punt by Sean Rana. Redmen will start at the
Referee
31.
walking down the sidelines, and Danny Fleming and the offense will go back to work at their own 31-yard line. Both teams having great defensive stands in that first quarter. I don't believe we saw either team get past midfield in the opening 12 minutes of play. But it's the third drive of the day for the Redmen offense. Danny Fleming running into the huddle. Again, if you're just tuning in on Tewksbury TV, thank you for joining us for Friday Night Lights in the Merrimack Valley Conference. My name is Andrew Delapiano. First and 10 for the Redmen offense from their own 31. Fleming, handoff up the middle. There was a miscommunication there on the transfer, and that ball is out. And the Indians signaling they have it, and they do.
Fumbles recovered by Billerica.
Fleming, the handoff up the middle to Sean Hurdle. Looked like he didn't corral it cleanly in the backfield. A costly error for the Redmen offense. And the Indians will start right in business at the Redmen 30-yard line. The first turnover of the night for either team. Starts deep in the Redmen territory. So 15 seconds following the punt by the Indians. They're in prime position here to get the first score of the game. Just 30 yards out from pay dirt. First down and 10. Green trying to go up the middle, couldn't find a seam. And the Redmen defense there to make the
Green
stop.
on the carry. Hurdle first in on the tackle.
But a late flag coming in after the initial hit was made.
Flag on the play.
We got a personal foul on the Redmen, a hit to the head. And the Redmen coaching staff not going to be happy with that last call made. So the Redmen hit with an illegal hit to the head on JT Green. The referee's talking things over where the spot of this next play will be from.
Penalty is a personal foul on the Redmen.
So it is a 15-yard penalty for a personal foul, illegal hit to the head by the Redmen. And now the Indians enter the red zone. First and 10 from the Redmen 15. Looking to get on the board first. Green in the gun with a back to his left and right. Fake the handoff to Gerd up the middle to Linton. Couldn't escape that tackle made by Sean Hurdle, who dragged him down at the 10-yard line, a gain of 5 yards.
Sean Hurdle on the tackle. 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
Hurdle trying to make up for that fumble deep in Redmen territory. And the Redmen defense motto this season has been bend but don't break. And trying to do so here. Just a little over a minute played in the second quarter. Same formation for the Indians. Gerd gets the ball. Trying to go up the gut. Sneaks inside the 5-yard line.
Dominic Gerd for first down.
Number
First
5,
and goal.
Colby Flayhive on the tackle. But it's first and goal for the Indians. They're going to go no huddle here. Green, hand up the middle. Gerd Wasn't able to get over the goal line, taken down just outside the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line.
They're going to mark this down at the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal. The Indians trying to punch it in as they're knocking on the door. Gerd to his left, Linton to his right. Gerd up the middle. The ball's out.
Ball is fumbled.
But JT Green able to fall back on it.
Green recovers the fumble.
One of the Redmen was able to get his helmet on the football. And that knocked it back a pretty far distance, I meant to say. That ball was sent back to the 6-yard line. And it'll now be a 3rd and goal for the Indians. Green in the gun for 3rd and goal. Faking the handoff. He's going to give it to Linton, trying to get up the middle. And then Linton brought down to the turf. Number 67, the senior captain, Nick Wilson.
Brings up 4th down.
Fresh out of the lineman position to escape through the line of the Indians to tackle Linton.
Sean Rana in for the field goal.
And the Indians just kind of trying to settle for 3 points here. It's number 15, Sean Rana, on for the field goal attempt. This one from 29 yards out. The kick is good. The Indians drawing first blood off a 29-yard field goal from Sean Rana. 8:29 remaining in the 2nd quarter. The Indians taking advantage of the Redmen mistake. They walk out of there with 3 points. The Redmen defense holding strong inside the 5 to force a fumble. Luckily, JT Green able to fall on it for the green team. And then the 29-yard chip shot by Sean Rana, putting the Indians on the board. Number 68, Aaron Conley, trying to fire up the team. But the Redmen will have their chance to answer on the next possession. The 84th all-time meeting between Billerica and Tewksbury. The Indians leading the series 45-38. And they haven't beaten the Redmen since 2012, so it'd be pretty sweet to beat them on Friday Night Lights here on the road. And so Redmen carrying a 5-game win streak against the Indians. They took them down last year by a final of 41-14. It's a short line drive from Rana, missing the hands of number 36, Brandon Contardi, and then number 13, Blake Ryder, just has to fall on it. And he is marked just outside of the 20-yard line. This drive will start at the 21 for the Redmen.
The Redmen will start at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Hasn't been the best start for the Redmen offense here tonight. 3 drives, a turnover, and 2 punts. As Danny Fleming trying to flip the script. 1st and 10 from their own 21. Fleming direct snap, no one in the backfield. Stiff arming a man, trying to get to the outside. Nice move by Fleming, staying on his feet. Weaving in and out of the defense past the 40-yard line. A great gain for Danny Fleming. The shiftiness of Danny Fleming there, using his running back skills for a gain of 21 yards up to the 42-yard line. Just the spark the Redmen needed on the first play of the drive. It's the longest play we've had all day from either of these teams. But Fleming taking control of the offense. First and 10 from the 42. Fleming, same play. This time he's going to take it out to the left side. Fleming shifting his way, getting past midfield. Fleming stay on his feet, bouncing off a hit past the 45. Taken down at the 41-yard line, and what a drive so far for Danny Fleming, doing it himself into Indian territory. Fleming taking matters into his own hands, a gain of 17 yards on that last run. He's got 2 rushes for 38 yards on this drive. And the home team enters Billerica territory for the first time tonight. 7 minutes and change left in the first half. Fleming sticking with the bread and butter, trying to go up the gut. The defense of the Indians there getting to their assignments, taking down Flem past the 40-yard line, a gain of 2 yards for number 9.
2-yard carry, 2nd and 8.
Talked about Danny Fleming throughout this season, a running back, converted quarterback who's done a lot of running this season. Spent his junior year last year at Bishop Girton in Nashua, New Hampshire. Wasn't sure if there was going to be a football season in 2020. The Redmen ended up playing in the fall 2 of 2021, and great to see Fleming back in the red and white. He said it's great to be back playing for the Redmen. 2nd and 8. Jet sweep, Hunter Johnson cutting back to the middle, taking a hard hit there from number 9, Michael Murnane. But Johnson doing a good job of getting positive yardage up to the 37.
36.
Sophomore on sophomore there, number 9, Michael Murnane, tackling number 3, Hunter Johnson. Halfway through the second quarter, 6 minutes left in the first half. The only point of the game coming off a 29-yard field goal from Sean Rana. Third and 6 for the Redmen from the Billerica 37. Fleming will come under center. Takes a snap from Da Vinci, faking the handoff to Johnson. Fleming's going to get it off, and the catch made by Sean Hurdle, who had to come back to the ball.
Ball was caught by Sean Hurdle.
And he's going to be just short of the first down marker.
4th down.
They needed to get to the 31-yard line, so they're about 3 yards away.
4th and 2.
Wasn't sure there if Hurdle was trying a comeback route or Fleming just underthrew him a little bit. And nevertheless, it is now a 4th and 2 for the Redmen. And now the Indians trying to make a stop on 4th down. The Redmen stacking the backfield. Dwayne Sigsbury doesn't like what he sees. He wants to talk things over with his team. 4:44 remaining in the second quarter. Sean Rana with the only points of the game for the Billerica Indians. 3-0 for the undefeated Billerica Indians against the Tewksbury Redmen. We'll be right back on Tewksbury TV. Good afternoon and welcome back to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. 4:44 remaining in the second quarter of play. The Billerica Indians leading 3-0 over the Tewksbury Redmen. The Indians at 4-0 this season, while the Redmen at 3-1. Big play here. 4th and 2 for the Redmen offense. They're at the Indian 33. Crown amping up here at Doucette. Fleming direct snap, trying to get up the middle. And did he get the yardage? Needed to get to the 31. That looks like exactly where he's marked. And it's a first down for the Redmen. Danny Fleming had to fight for that yardage on that play. But getting to where he needed at the 31-yard line, maybe a little bit over, but enough to keep the chains moving for the Redmen offense. That was a big play to keep the drive alive. Fresh set of downs for the Redmen. They're at the Billerica 31-yard line. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Fleming watching the snap, picking it up. Still pinballing around from the Indian defense. But only losing a yard on that play. Fleming. We don't see that too often from number 9. His brain moving a little bit too quick there before his hands. Dropping the ball, but scooping it right back up. Only a loss of a yard. And the Redmen are going to use their first charge timeout. We'll stick with you here. 3:27 remaining in the second quarter. That'll be a 2nd and 11 from the Redmen offense. Fresh off of converting that 4th and 2 from Danny Fleming. And if you're just tuning in on Tewksbury TV, thank you for joining us. Friday Night Lights in the Merrimack Valley Conference. My name is Andrew Della Piana. The 4-0 Billerica Indians at the 3-1 Tewksbury Redmen. Both teams fresh out of the timeout. 2nd and 11 for the Redmen offense.
2nd down and 11.
From the opposing 32 with 3:27 remaining in the second quarter. The Indians leading 3-0. Let's go Redmen coming from the Redmen student section. Fleming, direct snap. Up the middle, evading the initial tackle, spinning off one, and then getting short of the 25-yard line.
7 yards on the play.
A gain of 6 up to the 26.
3rd and 4.
So a much-needed gain on 2nd down. Making it a little bit easier here on 3rd down for Fleming and the offense. Fleming and the Redmen offense, 3rd and 4. Run play. Left side now comes to the middle. Swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage by number 74, Keith Johnson. The 6'3", 350 junior.
Brings up 4th and 4.
A big boy there right in the middle. Just a junior. Listed at 6'3", 350 pounds. Making the stop on Danny Fleming for a gain of a yard. And the Redmen going to keep the offense on the field here for 4th and 4. They need to get to the 21. Redmond trying to convert on back-to-back fourth downs. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. Fleming under center. Taking the handoff to Johnson, rolling out to his right. Pass is caught. Sean Hurdle for a first down. Nice little play call there for the Redmen. Fleming on the bootleg. Finding Sean Hurdle running across the seam.
1st and 10.
And it's been a great drive for the Tewksbury Redmen, eating clock, picking up first downs. That's the second fourth down conversion on this drive. And under 1:30 left. We'll keep an eye on that clock. 1st and 10 for the Redmen from the Billerica 17. Fleming just going to take it himself to the left side. Trying to get to the corner, slipping through the tackle. Fleming staying on his feet, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Redmond.
17 yards.
It's Fleming's 5th rushing touchdown in 2 games. And his 8th on the season. Fleming didn't see anything available in the secondary. Decided to take it himself. A 17-yard touchdown run for the Redmen. And the Redmen take their first lead of the night on the back of number 9. Cody LeGrand on for the extra point. And this one is blocked.
Extra point is blocked
The extra point,
by Dominic
special
Griffith.
teams, I should say, hasn't been particularly the best for the Redmen this season. But we can't miss the point. Danny Fleming on a touchdown run from 17 yards out to get the Redmen on the board. They lead the Billerica Indians 6-3 with 1:02 left in the second quarter. A much-needed touchdown drive for the Tewksbury Redmen. Fleming saw a man right in front of him, able to spin off of him, and then going through another Billerica defender to plow his way into the end zone. And that is the first touchdown that the Indians have allowed in about three quarters of a quarter. As they didn't allow any points against Drakeett, and then shutting out the Redmen in the first quarter. Cody LeGrand getting the team ready. Ball not teed up. They're going to go squib kick. That's sent out of bounds and going to warrant a flag on the Redmen. And with that, the Indians going to have good starting field position at their own 37-yard line. 1:02 left in the first half.
Billerica will begin at their 43.
So an illegal kick out of bounds on the kickoff unit for the Redmen. The Indians will start the drive at the 43-yard line again. They only have 62 seconds left. Green trying to find a seam up the middle, falling forward. Taken down to the turf by number 60, Cole Kemptis, and number 68, Aaron Conley. The Indians don't seem to be in any sort of rush here, as they will get the ball to start the second half.
2nd and 7.
Second and 7 from the Indian 47. Green finding his holes, taken down the turf again by Cole
Green on the
Kemptis.
carry. Tackle made by Cole Kemptis.
And the Indians going to
That's a
use
3rd down.
their third and final timeout with 24 seconds left. So the Indians will get the ball to start the second half. The Tewksbury Redmen scoring a key touchdown late in this first half, a 17-yard touchdown run for Danny Fleming. It's his 5th rushing touchdown of the season and his 8th overall. And with his 4 rushing touchdowns in the triple overtime win last week against North Andover, that's 5 in 2 games for the senior quarterback. The Indians have no remaining timeouts, which Brian Elward for the Redmen still with 2 in his back pocket.
We have 3rd down and 4.
The Indian offense back on the field, 3rd and 4 from their own 49. JT Green dropping back, throwing to the sideline, pass caught by number 25, Anthony
Green's pass
DiCiccio.
by Thomas O'Gara. 1st down, Indians.
So the Indians getting out of bounds, getting a 1st down. Anthony DiCiccio making the catch for the Indians. Excuse me, that was number 25, Thomas Ogarza. Moving the sticks for the Indian offense. Only 18 seconds left in the half. The Redmond defense trying to hold strong and preserve that lead going into the break. First and 10 for Billerica from the Redmond 45. Green gonna air it out. He's got a man and the pass is intercepted. It's brought down by Michael Sullivan, who is in coverage on Jacob Medavir. That's the 3rd interception in 2 games for Michael Sullivan. He's been locked down for this Redmond defense. Sullivan doing a good job of tracking the ball the whole way, knew where Medavir was the whole time, and then snagging it in like a receiver for his 3rd pick in 2 games. The ball spotted at the Redmond 5-yard line, 11 seconds left. Redmond trying to run one more play and take a 6-3 lead into the locker room. Handoff, Hunter Johnson hit hard, and they're going to give him forward progress there. Staying right at the 5-yard line.
Tassone on the tackle.
And that is
That's
the final
halftime.
play of the second
At
quarter.
halftime, Tewksbury,
1 half
Redmond
down,
6,
1 half to go here at
Indians
Doucette
3.
Stadium. Danny Fleming with a 17-yard touchdown run late in that quarter to give the Redmond a 6-3 lead over the Billerica Indians. We'll be right back with Redmond football on Tewksbury TV. The Redmen with a 6-3 lead. Going to the locker room. Stay tuned for more football. Good afternoon and welcome back to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. After 1 half of play, the score, the Tewksbury Redmen 6 and the Billerica Indians 3. Thank you for joining us on Tewksbury TV, sir. Tewksbury TV for some Friday night lights in the Merrimack Valley Conference. The Redmen leading 6-3 after a 17-yard touchdown run by Danny Fleming late in that first half. The Billerica Indians trying to keep the undefeated season alive. They are 4-0 coming into the matchup, while the Tewksbury Redmen sitting at 3-1, currently on a 3-game win streak. Billerica won the opening coin toss, deferring to the second half. They will have first possession here to begin the final 24 minutes of regulation. A packed crowd here at Doucette, as Cody Legrand is about to get things going in the second half in this Battle of the Tribes. Swing on the right leg from Legrand, and the second half is underway. Catch made by number 26, Jacob Linton, and then tackled for a short game on the kickoff made by number 30, Sean Hurdle. And JT Green in the Billerica offense back onto the field, trying to regain the lead after Danny Fleming's 17-yard TD run to give the Redmen a 6-3 lead into the break.
Evan Silva on the tackle. Billerica will begin at the 31.
A defensive battle in those opening 24 minutes. The Redmen doing a better job there of containing the Billerica offense, as they held JT Green to 6 carries for 7 yards, and then Dom Gerd for 6 carries for 18 yards. And then only 4 passing attempts for JT Green. The one completion he made was for 6 yards, and then had the interception in the hands of Michael Sullivan with 5 seconds left in that first half. Billerica trailing 6-3 here at Doucette, trying to keep the perfect season alive. 1st and 10 from their own 31. Green gonna roll it to the right, pressure coming from Sidney, able to get the pass off. Nearly picked off. Danny Fleming extending that left hand.
Pass intended for Inerson.
The pass incomplete. He was looking for number 19 Scott and Arson, the junior tight end listed at 6'3", 200 pounds. As the Indians come out firing on the first play of the second half. A massive game here in the Merrimack Valley Division II. Two of the better teams going head-to-head here under the lights. 2nd and 10. Green fakes the handoff, trying to escape the tackle. And the Redmond defensive line and linebackers able to get into the backfield.
Play by Aaron Conley.
Da Vinci Sidney made the initial hit, and then Aaron Conley scooped up the quarterback and took him down. A lot of energy from Aaron Conley, the senior captain of this team. Constantly walking up and down the sidelines, firing up his teammates. Always brings a lot of good energy to this Redmond team. And it's paid off. He's got the Indians in a 3rd and 13. And there he is now trying to amp up the Redmond student section. Third and 13. Handoff up the middle. Plays come to a halting stop by number 13, Blake Ryder.
Made by Blake Ryder, 4th down.
And right out of the gates, the Redmond defense forcing a 3 and out. Exactly what the Redmond defense needed, fresh out of the locker room. The experience of the defensive line continuing to be the key for the Redmond success this season. And they locked down JT Green in that first half, looking to do the same here in the second half. Here's the punt from Rana, tailing towards the sideline. This ball will be marked out shy of the 40-yard line at the 39-yard line.
Redmond will begin at the 39.
And after a good stop by the Redmond defense, the offense back on the field with a 3-point lead. They're going to want some insurance, though, as both defenses have been tough to crack in this matchup. Redmond holding Billerica to 3 points here to begin the second half. This team averages 35 a game. 1st and 10 for the Redmen from their own 39. Fleming, handoff. Johnson stuffed up right back at the line of scrimmage. It was number 74, Keith Johnson. Johnson on Johnson there, making the tackle as the big lineman of 6'3", 350 making the hit on Hunter Johnson. And that hole closes pretty quickly there for Johnson, getting back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Fleming, direct snap, going up the middle, goes head first right at the defender, trying to push forward for some extra yardage. Does, and gets 6 yards on 2nd down.
6 yards, 3rd down and 4.
Fleming not afraid to put his body out there, putting his head down, going right at the shoulder of the Billerica defender. And is now a 3rd and 4 from the Redmond 45. 3 minutes played in this third quarter. Vinci Sidney, the center, putting his hand over the ball. And Fleming in the gun. Johnson, the motion man. They'll fake the handoff to Johnson. Fleming trying to go up the middle, getting past the first down and more, and he's taken down at the 50-yard line, right at midfield. And Danny Fleming doing it again, using his legs to move the chains for the Redmen. Fleming ran for 70 yards in those opening 24 minutes, and then including the touchdown to give the Redmen the lead. And someone that Coach Howard can always depend on to make a big play. Over the last few years, he's had some good arms at quarterback with Ryan Rometta under center his junior and senior year. And now Fleming taking over the reins with his final year left of high school. 1st and 10 from midfield. Whistle coming in. The Redmen jumping before the snap as they tried a
5-yard penalty.
little bubble screen out to the left side. And it's a 5-yard penalty, putting the Redmen back at the 45. 1st and 15. If you're just tuning in on Tewksbury TV, my name is Andrew Delapiana. Thank you for joining us. The Billerica Indians at the Tewksbury Redmen. Merrimack Valley Conference football. Redmen leading this one 6-3 with 7:40 remaining in the third quarter. Fleming going to take it himself, looking for some room, and then does get some. Gaining back that last yard, gaining back that yardage lost from the penalty.
6 yards, 2nd and 9.
Gets him 6 yards on the run. It'll be a 2nd and 9. Second and 9 from the Indian side of the field at the 49. Fleming, direct snap, trying to look for some room, bounces it to the outside, taken down, gang tackling by the Indians, pushing them back onto the Redmond side of the field, a loss of 4 yards. Excuse me, 3 yards back to the Redmond 48. It was a gaggle of Indians reading the eyes of Fleming the whole way in the backfield. And now a 3rd and long for Danny Fleming and the Redmen. Getting to the halfway point of this third quarter. The Indians going 3 and out on their first possession. This possession for the Redmen eating up a lot of the clock. The Redmen will have 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Kobe Flahive, the motion man. Fleming rolling out to his right. A lot of time in the pocket. Throwing it over the middle in a tight area. Incomplete. Was looking for Aiden Truly, and Coach Brian Edwards looking for a flag. As it looked like 3 or 4 Indians collapsed in on Truly. So a drive that carries out a lot of time will end up in a punt for the Redmen. Michael Sullivan standing at the 35-yard line. The Indians currently don't have any return man. And as I say that, Dwayne Sigsbury is going to take a timeout. 5:43 remaining in the third quarter. No score here in this third quarter. The score remains 6-3 in favor of the Redmen. We'll be right back on Tewksbury TV with some more Redmen football. Hello and welcome back to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. False start on that last play for the Redmen as they are about to bring on the punting unit. It'll now be 4th and 12. Excuse me, 4th and 17 following the penalty. And another whistle coming in. This one's going to be a second false start on the Redmen.
False start on the play. 4th and 22.
And all this does is give the Indians more yardage by pushing back. And back-to-back false starts on the Redmen. It's now 4th and 22. As both the return man for the Indians creep up a little bit more. A high punt from Sullivan. But it's caught by Jacob Linton. A flag coming down on the play. Linton taking it to the outside, past midfield, and then tackled at the shoelaces by the punter, Michael Sullivan. But there is a flag back at the 36-yard line.
Flag on the play.
It was very clear right in front of the Redmen bench that was an illegal hit from behind, or a blindside block, I should call it, that propelled Linton to get to the outside past midfield, and this one is going to be coming back.
Holding on Billerica.
So we'll have a holding penalty against the Indians, so bring that return back for Jacob Linton. And I believe I saw every Redmen coach and player jump off the turf there when that flag came down.
Billerica will begin their drive from the 26-yard line.
So both defenses holding strong here in this third quarter. The Redmen forcing a 3-and-out, and the Indians forcing the Redmen shy of midfield to punt. 5:12 remaining in the third quarter. Ball spotted on the 26. JT Green in the Billerica offense on the field. Green, short little check down, pass incomplete. It was a comeback route intended for Jacob Medavir.
Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Medavir, the intended target, who's had a tough time on Michael Sullivan, but that was a ball that hit him right in the hands and he just dropped it. The Indians looking down at the play sheet at their wrist for the play call. 2nd and 10 from their own 26. 5 minutes and change left in the third. Faking the handoff. Pressure from the outside. Green's got to escape. He tries to flush out of the pocket. And then brought down by Da Vinci Sidney, who's had quite the game for this Redmen defense.
Correction, not a sack. 1 yard, 3rd down.
Exploding out of the nose tackle. Green able to escape the pocket and get positive yardage for a gain of a yard. But nevertheless, a still long play here, a 3rd and 9 for the Indians. This has got to be a passing down here for the green and white. Ball marked at the 27. Green in the gun. Redmen bring the pressure immediately, and he's taken down. It's Da Vinci Sidney. Oh my, have yourself a night number 77.
4th down.
Goes right up the gut on back-to-back plays. Number 13, Blake Ryder there on assistance to open up some room for the sack. And this Redmen defense has been clobbering the Indians tonight. What a performance it's been by Da Vinci Sidney and the defense. Here's Rana on the punt. Able to flip the field a little bit. The Redmen will have good field position at their own 45-yard line. But we'll keep the talking point on number 77, Da Vinci Sidney. The transfer from Malden High School last year, joined the Redmen about mid-season of his junior year. Now has really come alive as a senior, doing it on both sides of the ball. He's made a number of tackles on defense today, including that big sack on the last Billerica possession. 3:39 to go in the third quarter. The Redmen holding a 3-point lead. 1st and 10 from their own 45. Fleming with a hole up the middle. And then kind of thrown over by Keith Johnston once
Keith
again.
Johnston on the tackle, Fleming on the carry. 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
And it is not easy to take a hit from number 74 in the middle there for the Indians. Just in his junior campaign. Fleming getting 4 on that play. Up to the Redmond 49. Truly at the bottom of your screen. Fleming taking himself, looking for some blockers. Tries to go head on with the ball, getting to the 45 for first down. Going to be right at the markers, but this should be able to move the chains.
Danny Fleming's carry is good
And he
for
does.
first down.
And he needed a first down. Put the ball in the hands of your best player, and that's been number 9, Danny Fleming, tonight for the Redmen. Has been a rushing machine for this Redmond team this season. Entering the ball game, he had 260 yards. I'm guessing he's well over 100 on the night. And he's made those key plays when he's need to with his arm as well. A couple of 4th down conversions. A few throws out to Sean Hurdle and one to Michael Sullivan. Now they're going to put number 67, Nick Wilson, at the fullback. Sean Hurdle getting the carry. The Indians meeting him there. Past the 45, right at the 44.
Albert Tassone on the tackle.
There's number 21, AJ Tassone, senior captain for the Indians. Getting the stop on Sean Hurdle. This is the 84th all-time meeting between the Indians and the Redmen. Billerica leading the all-time series 45-38. With the Redmen with a 5-game win streak against Billerica. And the Indians trying to beat the Redmen for the first time since 2012. 2nd and 9. Fleming, big hole up the middle. Slipping through a few tackles. Whistle still not blown yet. Tried to get an extra push from Nick Wilson and company, who was able to get up to meet Fleming.
Fleming for about 8 yards. Brings up 3rd and short.
And he'll be just shy of the first down marker, 8 yards
3rd down and 2.
for Fleming. Redmond just 2 yards away from a fresh set of downs. Under 40 ticks left in the third quarter. These Redmond drives have ate up a lot of this clock. Fleming sticking to the bread and butter, tried to go up the middle. It's Johnson there again. Redmond O-line just dropping down there. Try to make some blocks, a few chop blocks, I should say, right at the feet. Weren't effective. And Fleming going nowhere on that last play, and that's going to do it for the third quarter.
That is the end of the third quarter.
No scoring in that third quarter between the Indians and the Redmen.
Tewksbury Redmen
The
6,
Tewksbury Redmen
Indians 3.
will take a 6-3 lead in the final 12 minutes of play. You're watching Redmen football on Tewksbury TV. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be an exciting fourth quarter here at Doucette. Hello and welcome back to Doucette Stadium in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Fourth quarter about to get started between the Billerica Indians and the Tewksbury Redmen. 6-3 the score after 3 quarters. The Billerica Indians trying to keep the undefeated season alive. They're sitting at 4-0, while the Tewksbury Redmen trying to extend a 3-game win streak and move to 4-1 this year. A very important 12 minutes here of play. The fourth quarter will start with a 4th and 2 for the Redmen from the Indian 37. Billerica will stack the box here. And the Redmen, I believe, got him to jump. No, this one's going to go against the Redmen.
False start on the Redmen.
They almost had him there, but one of the Redmen offense a little too quick on the hard count there. And just mis-execution there by the Redmen. And that's going to bring out Michael Sullivan in the special teams unit. Sullivan standing at his own 44, while the return man, Jacob Linton, at his own 12. Sullivan with a good boot, trying to pin the Indians inside. And that's going to take too many bounces, and it'll be a touchback.
Michael Sullivan, the punter. Touchback will give Billerica the ball at the 20-yard line.
So that takes 24 seconds off of the clock here in the fourth quarter. And JT Green and the offense in need of an answer. They're down 3. They've been held to 38 total yards in this ball game. That's that credit to the Tewksbury Town Crier, Jamie Pote. Thank you for that. But only 38 total yards in the ball game for the Indians. I was only giving them 3 points on a 29-yard field goal from Sean Rana. An offense that averages 35 points a game. They scored 140 through their first 4. This Redmen defense has put the clamps on. They've been locked down through 3 quarters. Bubble screen out to the right side. It's a double pass. They're going to throw it back to JT Green. A little bit of trickery here. JT Green past the 40-yard line, past the 45. Oh, a rabbit pulled out of the hat of Dwayne Sigsbury. A double pass to get him 30 yards up to midfield.
30 yards, 1st and 10 for Billerica.
The 8th-year head coach does have something up his sleeve. He goes with the trick play for his longest play of the night. That goes for 30 yards. And the Indians in business at midfield, 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Gerd with some open room. Great tackle made at the shoelaces by Danny Fleming, as Gerd had a lot of turf out in front of him to the right side.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
But now a little momentum for the Indians. The juice flowing on that sideline. Gain of 3 yards on 1st down. It's a 2nd and 7. Green, Gerd getting the call once again, trying to plow forward.
Gerd for 5 yards.
Marked down at the 42-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and 2 for the Indians. Just needing 2 yards to get to the 40. Green, a little bit of trouble on the transfer. Gerd up the middle, and it looked like the Redmen were able to get the stop. Aaron Conley pushing Gerd back along with Da Vinci Sidney.
Sidney and Conley in on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
And it's decision time here for Sigsbury. 4th and 1, just needing a yard. And the offense going to stay on the field. A very big play in this game. Handoff, Gerd up the middle. They stopped him. Oh, what a play by the Redmen defense.
Tackles made by Sean Hurdle. 1st and 10.
It's Sean Hurdle. This Redmen defense has been incredible tonight. I believe that's their 3rd failed 4th down conversion for the Indian offense. And after the opening play of the drive going for 30 yards, the Redmen Force them to go 9 yards on 4 plays to force a turnover on downs. That is a big stop in this ball game with 9:30 to go. The Redmen still wanting to keep their foot on the gas. They'd love some insurance here in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 42. And I believe the Redmen are going to get whistled here with another false start. They have racked up the false starts in this ballgame. A lot of laundry for the Redmen.
1st and 15.
But Sean Hurdle, who had a fumble earlier in this ballgame, along with him and this great defensive efforts, gets to Dom Gerd on 4th and 1 for a gain of 0 yards. And the Redmen able to eat up some clock on this possession. Ball pushed back 5 yards to their own 36, 1st and 15. Fleming going to take it out to the left side. Now he's going to throw, and Michael Sullivan brings in the catch. Michael Sullivan past the 40-yard line, down at the 35. A great play call there for the Tewksbury Redmen. Danny Fleming faking the run to the left side and then letting it fly to the target, Sullivan. That's his 2nd catch of the night. Make it 3 if you count the interception to end the first half. But Danny Fleming, oh my, what a performance he's had these last couple of weeks. 1st down and 10 for the Redmen. Let's go Redmen, erupting from the crowd. Fleming going to take it up the gut, barreling over a defender.
Fleming for 7.
And getting
2nd
seven
down.
yards to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and 3 from the 27. A massive play from Fleming to Sullivan to get the Redmen into Billerica territory. 8 minutes to go in the 4th. Fleming taking it to the outside. The Indians defense trying to meet him there, pulling him forward with him.
Fleming on the carry.
And they're going to mark him out here at the 25-yard line. This should be a 1st down. The marker's right at it. And it is. The marker was right at the 25-yard line. And Fleming going into 3 Billerica defenders and then pushing forward for a fresh set of downs as that clock goes tick, tick, tick. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for the home team. Fleming looking for room. Bouncing it to the far sideline now, trying to stiff off a man. Fleming staying on his feet, shifting away from defender. But a flag on the field at the 24-yard line. I believe this one is coming back. It'll be a holding on the Redmen.
Holding on the Redmen. Correction, block in the back on the Redmen.
Excuse me, make that a block in the back. So
1st and 19.
holding would give that a 10-yard penalty. The block in the back makes it 15 from the spot of the foul. So it was at the 24-yard line. The ball now back at the 34. Excuse me, block in the back, just 10 yards. 1st and 19. Pitch play, Hunter Johnson looking for some room. Johnson bringing a few Indian defenders with him. And the whistle finally blows. Shy of the 25-yard line, taken down at the 27. But a good gain from the sophomore, number 3, Hunter Johnson. Trying to gain some yardage back from the
Johnson got
penalty.
7 on the play, 2nd and 12.
We'll have 2nd and 12 from the Indian 27, under 7 minutes to go in the 4th. Fleming with 2 running backs in the backfield. Truly at the bottom of your screen, Sullivan at the top. Fleming rolling out to the right. Still with it, getting the pass off. It's caught. And just shy of the goal line.
Fleming on the pass.
It is number 23, Justin Dorigo on the reception. Fleming held that ball for a long time. Dorigo came out of the fullback position, kind of ran an up route down the sideline, and then escaping off his defender to make the catch. And the Redmen 1st and goal. A touchdown might put this game away, but still a lot of time on the clock. Fleming under center. Here he goes, QB sneak. Wait for the signal, and he's in. Touchdown, Redmen. Danny Fleming is in for the 2nd time tonight. And that makes the Redmen fans jump for joy. 6 touchdowns in the last 2 games for Danny Fleming. He's put on quite a show for the Redmen fans tonight. A touchdown that propels him in front by 9, pending the extra points. It's a fake. They're running out to the left side. No good. The holder was number 33, Braden Elward, the younger brother of Shane Elward. Saw that play, wasn't going to work on the PAT, decided to just take it himself.
The conversion, Redmen 12, Billerica Indians 3.
So the 2-point conversion, no good. But with 6:11 to go in the 4th quarter, the score, the Tewksbury Redmen 12, the Billerica Indians 3. The Redmen trying to take down the undefeated Indians. 15 extra seconds added to that, 6:26 to go in the 4th quarter. The botched snap on that PAT. But this still remains a 2-possession game. And Fleming able to give the Redmen sideline a little bit of a breather now that it's a 2-possession game with 6:26 to go. That's gonna be nice to have something in your back pocket. But the defenses continue to dominate tonight. And just have to work harder for 6:26. This ball's tailing towards the sideline. Logan Oth making the hit on number 8, Kyle Brettweiser.
Billerica will begin the drive at the 35.
So Logan Oth applying the hit off the kickoff. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. The Indians down by 9. They need to get some points on the board quick if they want to stay in this game. The Indians gaining more yards on that last drive than they had all throughout the game. They're sitting at 77 total on the night. Green throwing out to the left side. Pass caught by Medavere. Dragged down by Michael Sullivan.
Jacob Medavere on the catch.
Gain of 7 yards.
2nd down.
Green to Medavere. Quick little curl route there from the from the junior. Halfway through the 4th. Green looking right, throwing right. Pass is caught by number 47, Aiden Colby.
First down, Billerica.
They get him up to the 47-yard line. Gain of 5 and a first down for the Indians. Working quickly. Wayne Sigsbury telling the offense to hurry up a little bit. Green, quick throw out to the right side. Pass caught by Colby once again. It's another
Colby on the catch.
It's another first down for the Indians. They keep the chains moving. Back-to-back plays resulting in a fresh set of downs. Just like that, they're up to the Redmond 42-yard line. And the clock stops with that first down at 5:35. Green in the gun with a back to his left and right. Green, lots of time. Gonna air it out towards the right sideline, incomplete. Was looking for Colby on a third consecutive reception.
Colby incomplete. Aiden Truly on the coverage.
Overshot him just a tad, and then Aiden Truly sticking closely with him. They tried to go back-to-back-to-back curl routes and then hit him with a nice little stop and go. But Truly was not fooled. Aiden Truly, who had a great ball game last weekend against North Andover, had an interception in the 37-29 win. The incomplete pass brings up a 2nd and 10 from the Redmond 42. Same formation for the Indians. Green dropping back. The Redmen bringing the pressure. And he's taken to the turf. Number 67, Nick Wilson. Exploding right up the middle. The Indians had a lot of time on that first down play. Nick Wilson wasn't having any of that on the second down. The Indians will burn a timeout. 5:13 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll stay with you here. The Tewksbury Redmen leading 12-3. There'll be a third down and long upcoming for the Indians. We'll take a look at the road ahead for each of these teams. Billerica following tonight. They'll be at Acton Boxborough next Friday night on the 15th. While the Tewksbury Redmen, they'll be back on the road. They'll be at the Chelmsford Lions on next Friday night, and then our next broadcast will be the homecoming game 2 weeks from now when the Redmen host the Drake at Middies on October 22nd. A very hyped up ball game coming into this week. But it's been a defensive duel between the two teams, only a combined 15 points. A 6-yard loss on that sack on the last play made by Nick Wilson, senior captain of this Redmond team.
Third down and 16.
The Indians need to get to the 31. Green, lots of time to throw. He's going to air it out down the sideline, and the pass is incomplete, but a flag. Fleming's going to get whistled for pass interference. It looked like he had good coverage. And everyone on the Redmond sideline shaking their head on that call. So unlike the NFL, and just like the college rules, it's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. Run play up the middle for Gerd, extending the football. And that play should have been a first down anyways.
First down, Billerica. First and 10.
Excuse me, there was not an automatic first down. I believe it should have been with a DPI. It should be 15 yards and then an automatic first, but I guess not. So that last play was third down. Gerd gets him a fresh set of downs with 4:40 and counting left in the fourth. The Indians down by 9. The flea flicker here. Green's going to let it go down the middle, and the pass is caught. What a play call by the Indians.
Touchdown by
It's Jacob Medavir on the flea flicker.
Jacob Medavir on the touchdown.
And the Indians are right back into the game. JT Green to Jacob Medavir on a flea flicker. Coach Shigsbury going in the New England Patriots playbook on that touchdown. Rana on for the extra point to try to make it a 2-point game. The kick is true. We got ourselves a ball game once again. 4:28 to go in the fourth. The Redmen now leading by 2 following a great drive from the Billerica Indians.
Billerica Indians 10.
And new life dawning from the Billerica sideline. Now that it is a 2-point game. And I'm sorry if I made this mistake earlier, saying that Danny Fleming touchdown might have put a nail in the coffin. This game far from over. The Indians quickly down the field. The flea flicker touchdown to Jacob Medavir, making it a 12-10 game here at Doucette. And the Redmen got to compose themselves here. Leave that drive in the past. And I wouldn't be surprised here if the Indians decide to go onside kick here. Redmen with a lot of bodies stacked up over the 50-yard line. And they go onside kick. And the ball is recovered by Colby Flayhive.
By Colby Flayhive.
He did a good job of reading that bounce. It was number 18, Jason Chaffee, who took the onside kick. A little bit of the Indians not pretending of what's going on. But great play there by Colby Flayhive. So the Redmen have the ball, 4:25 to go, 1st and 10 from their own 48. And here's Fleming in the backfield. Run play, bringing it to the middle, past midfield, barreling through past the 45 and now past the 40. And Danny Fleming igniting the offense once again. Getting them up
14 yards on the play.
to the 38-yard line. Gain of 14 on the run for Fleming, getting them inside the Indian 40. And number 9 trying to put the team on his back on this possession. And you hear Coach Kasperzak just saying 4 minutes. Work hard for these 4 minutes and you'll walk out of here with a win. 1st and 10 from the 38. Fleming taking it to the left side, waiting for the blocks to develop. Goes right into the defender. He directly went right at number 47, Aiden Colby, who made the stop. Fleming putting his shoulder right into him. Gain of 3 yards up to the 45. The thing that hurt the Redmen there is Fleming did go out of bounds, so the clock stops at 3:52. And this is where the great football coaches show off their talent of play calling and game management. A lot of experience on either sideline. Redmond botched the snap. And this is going to be called a false start.
False start.
The connection between Sidney and Fleming wasn't clean.
3-3-6.
3-3-6.
And a little bit of time taken off the game clock. Now sitting at 3:36. The Redmen given a 5-yard penalty on the quote-unquote false start. 2nd and 12 from the Indian 40. Redmen coming out in the eye. Now they're going to go trips right. Now Fleming standing in the gun. Call that an inadvertent whistle. Not sure what happened between the referees. They say play on. Fleming going up the gut, following the blockers, trying to stay on his feet as Johnson was holding for dear life onto his feet.
Fleming to the 35-yard line, 5 yards on the play, 3rd and 7.
Fleming gets 5. As Keith Johnson did everything he could there to drag him down. 3rd and 7 with 3 minutes and change left. A lot of energy coming from the crowd here at Doucette. Sullivan, the motion man. Fleming running out. Try to get past the 35 and then thrown down right back at the line of scrimmage. It was Brett Weiser
Brett Weiser on the tackle.
making the stop.
Timeout, Billerica.
And head coach Wayne Sigsbury burning a timeout with 2:30 to go. We'll stick with you here. A Billerica touchdown puts them right back in the game here in the 4th quarter. It's a 4th and 7 for the Redmen offense. Decision time for Coach Brian Elward. Does he want to put the ball in the hands of Danny Fleming and run, or try to throw it out to one of his targets? But I believe they're deep enough in Billerica territory where they're comfortable going for it. The referee whistling both teams to return to the field.
When play resumes, it'll be 4th and 7.
Redmen offense staying on the field, and Danny Fleming's going to go out wide here. Michael Sullivan is in the shotgun at quarterback. And it's a high snap. The Redmen are going to boot it away towards the sideline. He's going to let it just sit in the turf, and then
Sullivan's punt.
Blake
to the
Ryder
14-yard
will
line.
down it right at the 14-yard line. Here's the drive that's going to decide the game. Can the junior JT Green go out and win it for the Indians? He's got 2:21 left in the clock. And the thing is that it's only a 2-point game. And the kicker, Sean Rana, does have a 29-yard made field goal in this game. So we're not sure what his possible distance is for a field goal. But the Redmen defense, who's come up big all night, just needs one more defensive stop. Similar to what they had last week against North Andover. 1st and 10 from the 14. Green looking over the middle, lots of time in the pocket, gonna air it out towards Medavir. Pass incomplete.
Pass to Medavir, incomplete. Michael Sullivan on the coverage.
Michael Sullivan, his assignment tonight has been Jacob Medavir, and that's been JT Green's top target. Try to let it go in one play.
2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Medavir tried to extend his right hand to pull it in. Just couldn't do it. Second and 10 for the Indians from their own 14. Green in the gun. Gonna roll out to his right. Pass is caught by Aiden Colby. He ran a great route. He ran an out route towards the Redmond sideline, got the feet down.
8 yards on the play.
A gain of 8 from number 12 to number 47. 3rd and 2. Green rolling out to the left. Gonna let it go. Pass is incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Great defense by Aiden Truly.
Aiden Truly on the play.
And this is gonna force a 4th down.
4th down and 2.
And the Redmond crowd has got to hear it. And they will. 4th and 2. The Indians trying to keep the undefeated season alive. Up the middle for Green. Getting past the first down marker and more.
First down, Billerica. 32-yard line.
So the Indians able to keep the drive alive, but they got to keep it moving. As the clock keeps moving. Ball spotted at the 27. Green faking the handoff, dropping back. Redmond bringing the pressure. Pass caught. Good tackle made by Colby Flayhive. It was number 19, Scott, and Arson, who made the catch past the 30-yard line up to the 32. Gain of 5 yards. 1:20 to go. Green gonna take it himself up the middle. Good tackle by Cole Kemptis, number 60. But Green gets past the first down marker. Clock keeps moving. 1 minute to go. The ball at the Indian 39. Green faking the handoff. Letting it go down the middle. Pass is intercepted! It's intercepted! Michael Sullivan taking it past the 35, past the 30. He's going to try to score and take it down at the 10-yard line. But Michael Sullivan makes the play of the game, and the Redmen are going to win it. Oh my goodness. Take a breath, Redmen Nation. What a game for Michael Sullivan. His 2nd interception of the game, his 4th interception in 2 games. And the Tewksbury Redmen are going to end the undefeated season of the Billerica Indians. Wow. Talk about an emotional roller coaster football game. Oh, man. 41 seconds to go. The Redmen just got to take a few knees. Fleming will take his knee. And the Redmen can start to celebrate.
Fleming takes a knee.
And that will be the final play of the game. What a treat we got tonight between the Tewksbury Redmen and the Billerica Indians. The Tewksbury Redmen on a 4-game win streak are now 4-1. They take down the undefeated Billerica Indians 12-10 in a thriller. As I said, the Redmen now at 4-1 on the season. The Indians dropped their first game of the year. They are now 4-1. The Redmen make it now a 6-game win streak against the Indians. But what a ball game. One of the better high school games you'll see this season. A
The Redmen
defensive
improved to
duel
4-1,
between the two
play
teams.
next Friday at Chelmsford.
But the Indians and the Redmen, they gave us a show here under the Friday Night Lights. So now the the all-time series between the Indians and the Redmen. Billerica leading 45-39 in that edge. As I said, the Tewksbury Redmen now 4-1. The Indians now 4-1. The Tewksbury Redmen, their next ball game, they'll be at Chelmsford taking on the Lions next Friday night. We'll be back here 2 weeks from now when the Redmen host the Drake at Middies. But thank you for joining us on Tewksbury TV tonight. It was an incredible ball game between the Indians and the Redmen. The Redmen walk out of here victorious, 12-10, the final. For our entire crew at Tewksbury TV, my name is Andrew Del Piana, signing off from Doucette Stadium, the Tewksbury Redmen, the victory over the Billerica Indians. They are now 4-1. Good night from Doucette Field.